Hey, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to mount the Harley-Davidson smoked lens signature LED saddlebag mounted run brake turn lamps. And let's see, this is going to be the actual item number 678-01024. I'm going to mount those right on the back there, and I already mounted the long bar, which I like that better on this color bike. So I'll get those on. Yeah, the bike is dirty. I just came back from a road trip and haven't even made it home yet. I'm just out here buying parts, but I'm gonna mount those right on the back, plug those in. It's gonna work for the 2023 Harley-Davidson CVO Road Glide. And let's go. Okay everyone, so for this install, I'm gonna be inside the package. The first thing you want to do is check the contents of your package, and you should have a list right here that shows like all the contents that you have. And then there's always, you want to look at, if it says refer to figure 2 or 3, what I like to do is I'll look at the diagrams first and just see how the diagrams are. That way when I'm reading my instructions, I could visually remember how the diagrams look. And then I could also go back to it. So I know the last page has diagram 4. So it's just showing you like a location where you could put your module. But keep in mind, for my motorcycle, it is a different year than the ones that are listed for this motorcycle. I'm hooking this up on the 2023 CVO. So I'm gonna locate a place for this to fit prior to putting that part in. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount these on the bag. So it's gonna come with 4 of these style clips and 4 of these style clips. You're gonna have some small zip ties, and you're gonna have 4 large zip ties, and your left and right saddlebag light. This hook is gonna go inside, and the outside edge is going to go here. So in this case, this is going to be your left saddlebag light, and this is going to be your right, so that the wires could easily go along the side of the saddlebag. So what happens is they have colored connectors. So these connectors are going to go to the harness it's going to go to the same color. So one there, one there, and then these 2 are going to be a splitter. They're going to allow you to unplug a device, unplug your harness in your bike, and then plug these 2 in. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove my saddlebags. I'm going to clean them up nice and good first, and then I'll remove them. And it's just easier to go ahead and have your bags removed. I'm in the process of cleaning the bike as it is already. So I'm gonna remove them so I can clean the back wheels, but also, you know, so I can run the wires and take some alcohol and get any type of wax buildup that I have off the bag, so that it sticks with the M3 tape that's provided on all the back of the parts. And so I'll remove the bags, and I'm gonna also need to remove the seat so I can get to the harnesses. Okay, so the first thing I've done, I've gone ahead and I've removed the saddlebags by loosening up the front and rear side bolts and removing the saddlebag. And also for this clip, you're gonna push down and unplug, push down on this tab and pull out. Same thing was done on this side. Front and rear bolts, remove those, push this in, pull out. And just taking time to just show you this so that you can see that there's also points that you could use your zip ties on the factory portion of the bike. Some of the other things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove my seat, the passenger seat and front seat, and I'm also gonna remove the side panels so that I can store the part of the harness that needs to be stored. It looks like a console part. And I'm gonna check both the left and the right side to see what side has the most room. The instructions has, you know, how you would do it if you were doing it on the models that are made before this 23 CVO. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is remove the passenger seat, and you remove that by untwisting the rear seat bolt. I know you guys don't wanna watch me do this, but you remove it that way. And pull the strap forward a little bit, lift the seat up, and you're gonna turn that way and out. I'll show you why. For this year model, the way that it was made, see how that hook goes in? So that's the same way you're gonna insert it in. First, you're gonna get the hook side in first, and then push the seat in that way. And I'll show you where it goes. All right, so just in the seat here, if you could push it like this, you'll be able to see 2 bolts. And these actually twist, see that? They just twist counterclockwise. And there's one on the other side. See where those 2 white washers are? That's where they're gonna be, and they hold the seat, the rider seat in place. And so those grooves are what hooks in the passenger seat. So I'll take both of those off, and then I'll show you how to remove the seat. All right, so once you have both of those bolts out, you can go ahead then grab the back of your seat and pull up a little bit. That pushes it up over the bolts, and then from here, you just slide the seat back out towards you like that, and the seat comes right off. So the seat is held on right there, and that's how it's held in place right there. This is the part that locks into this piece right here. So some people are wondering, can you put an old seat on a new CVO? I think you can. So you're just gonna have to look at the measurement of how this opening is, and some people are modifying that opening. Some people don't like the comfort of that seat, but as you can see, I ride long distance and it's fine. That seat just has to get wet and beat up in the sunlight a little bit. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and remove the left side panel so that we can unplug our main fuse. It's going to be located right there. So this is connected by these, this goes into like these rubber tabs, and that's what holds the side panels in place. There's 2 up top and then 1 at the bottom. And so you can unplug those and it releases. Set that down and hope to remember that it's right there. All right, so inside here, this is the cover for our main fuse. I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. And someone told me to make sure that this is on when I unplug it to prevent the alarm from going off, but I just wanna see. All right, so the alarm didn't go off. So this is gonna be your main fuse, so that is unplugged. And I will set that in a safe place along with this panel cover. I'll be right back. All right, commercial break. So I was staring at this box right here and I was like, what is this? Instead of looking at my owner's manual, I pushed in on both sides and pulled this off, and I see the fuses. So this is labeled. So those 2 big top fuses, it's labeled upside down, but the 2 top fuses are gonna be those big boxes right there. And then the other ones have your radio, your amp, battery, and tender, cooling, and what's that? PNA, your PNA relay, and then your cooling relay. So I think I'm having an amp issue. So I'm gonna check out this 30 amp fuse because my sound is not playing. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic of what I'm doing, right? So anyway, I'm gonna get back to this install. So here's my harness that it came with. I was looking on the instructions for figure number 4, trying to figure out where this went and you know, what's a good spot for it, because it's gonna be vibrating and things like that. So far it just fits snug, like right in here. But I'm gonna check it out and see if I like it that way or not. But so in this nest of wires right here, I have this wire going to my tour pack, and this is gonna be where the 6-pin connector is. Normally on other bikes like that one, that model, all you have is a 6-pin, but on your CVO, you actually have a set of 12 pins that is connected right here. So normally this is connected right here, but this is now put in place to run. I have a 12-pin male and female end that unplugs right here, plug this in, and then now it goes out to the tour pack. So where this would normally be is where you would start on other models. So for now, I'm just gonna push that red tab up, push to open that, and it should slide open like that. So now I have a location for where these plug into. So you're gonna look at it. These two look alike, so that's gonna go on the opposite side, which is right here. So you have male and female, or just instead of trying to figure out what it is, what gender it is, you know, it's gonna fit where it's supposed to fit. So that's gonna go there. It'll snap in place, and then this end is gonna go in here. So you see the slots right there? That's gonna plug in right here. All right, so that plugs in, and then I'll close that red tab. So I'm pretty much, that's it. So the wire portion is done. These other remaining ones are gonna be the ones that go to your tour pack light. So what happens is, there's gonna be a right side and a left side. So I'll route that for how far I want my wires to go down. Because what it's gonna do is, when I pull my tour pack off, I'm gonna have to unplug this right here, and the other part of the tour pack that houses wires for my lock and for the speakers are right here. So when you normally take the saddlebags off, push down, pull out, and then now I'll also have to push and pull this connection as well on both sides, because this is now the power for the brake lights that you're installing on the saddlebags. Any questions? So I'll run that by again. You're gonna unplug if you're doing a CVO, you won't have this. So you'll need to get with somebody to make you a 12-pin connector into 6. I'm assuming that would be assuming you have a tour pack. If you don't, then you're going to still need some kind of adapter in order to do this, because it will not work unless you have the 12 into 6, and then that's when you're going to be able to unplug it and plug these in. All right, so that's the only reason why it works. All right, somebody's asking, how do I know what's going to be right and what's going to be left? Well, I look at the instructions, because these wire harnesses are going to most likely be different. I'm going to look inside them to see if I can identify a visual difference between right and left, or if there's going to be wire color differences, or if it's labeled. So they appear to be the same. So one of the things you can do is, before you even install or tape these on, take one of them or take both of them and see if they work. Okay. So when all else fails, read the instructions. But if you don't feel like reading instructions, you can just plug them in, and then that will tell you which one is right, which one is left. All right, so the instructions say which side, say that the lights are gonna say which side is the right and which side is the left. I didn't see it on there, and I didn't have the patience, but I know that this is gonna be the left side or clutch side, because the hook and the wire is gonna go towards, or it's gonna attach on the bag on this side. And so all you have to do at that point is, each light, there's the other light, see the end on that one and the end on this one. Oh, let me see. They're both the same. So you're gonna have to just pretty much plug them in and see which one is which. There's probably an easier way, but I'm just gonna do it. This is the fastest way. All right, so I put the fuse back in. I plugged both lights in. They both work. So that way you're also serving another purpose. You're testing these before you get them installed. So I hit the left turn light, and that came on. So I know that this one is gonna be designated for, this plug is gonna be designated for the left side. So what I have it right now, the way I have it right now, I have it plugged into the right side, and it still works. So, all right, might as well test the other one. All right, so that one's flashing too. And so I have them crisscrossed, so I can just move them around. All right, so I threw the wire on the appropriate side that it's supposed to go on. So at this point, what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna button these wires up just as of yet, because I need to see with the tour pack on how much play or how far they need to go. I'm assuming that they only need to go about this far, you know, because you're gonna have also about this far, because you're gonna also have the wire that's actually from the tour pack. So it's either gonna be able to drop down right here or somewhere a little bit closer, but they're not gonna need the length, the amount of length that's on there, because, well, you got that much. So anyway. All right, so the next thing I do is I clean the surfaces of the saddlebag where I'm gonna be having the wires and also the light connect with the 3M. So you wanna make sure these surfaces are clean. So what I use is, I use alcohol. It's not much left because I've done this before, and paper towel, put that on there and just clean it off. The other thing I use is for the wire on the inside that I did on Grady and like several other bikes. This Gorilla Glue tape does not come off. I mean, it's good, and it covers the wire altogether, but it comes with these, and you could put them down on there. Your wires will just sit in there as it should, and it'll be a little bit neater. So it's just when I'm taking my bags on and off, I don't like for my wire to be able to like hook or catch on anything. And when I use the Gorilla Glue tape, I can make sure that it's completely taped to the side, so that way it's not catching on anything as I lift the saddlebags up. It's just user preference. The purpose of doing this is so that you can I use a lot of spray wax and things like that. I clean this off and it gives it a better stick, but that 3M tape that Harley uses, I bet even if I didn't clean the surfaces, that it would still stick. That stuff is solid. So I went on and I skipped to this step because this will allow me to know how much I want to, how much wire I want to have hanging off the harness, and like how I want to secure it and fasten it and things like that. So this is going to be my right side tour pack, and as you can see, the emblems, symbols, and everything are right there. So this is telling me that this is not the right one I need. Somewhere in here it says that it's identified with an L or a R, but I don't know. I got my glasses on, y'all, but I just don't see it. Maybe it's supposed to be on that sticker, but somebody will figure it out. But for all of us, you know, primitive guys, we're just gonna do it. All right, so just to remind y'all, these lights are not for this year bike, but I measured, and the rear of these bags are the same, but the front of the bags are different, they're wider. So they fit all the way to the edge. However, you will see, as I push this up, you will see a slight gap if you're looking at it from underneath the bike. But from on top, you can't see it. So I'm good with these. Some other lights, there's so much of a curve that you'll be able to see like a big gap right there. So I'm just going, when I put them on, I'm gonna press it all the way up. And I'm doing this with the tour pack closed so that I know I have enough clearance. If I do it with it open, I might stick it up on there too high. All right, so I'm gonna pull this 3M tape, and I've already like scratched the surface. Some people say, you know, you scratch the surface of the M3 tape to activate it, this, that, and the other. I think all it does is pretty much just warm it up so that it sticks. But this stuff is so sticky, it's gonna stick anyway. It's hard as hell to get these off once you get them on. So I'm gonna go ahead and line this up and stick this on here. And nope, I do not have a tripod yet because this is more fun. All right, so I'm lined it up. I've pressed it on here, and once it's on, I got it all the way to the edge there on one side. One thing to note is that since this is not actually made for this actual motorcycle, it is gonna stick up on this side like that. However, this is next to the bike. You can't even see it, so I can live with that. As far as this side, I mean, it's all the way over, so we're good to go. So yeah, I'm not even worried about that. So the next thing you want to do is run this along the side of the tour pack, and they show a S pattern right there on the diagram, but it's nowhere near enough wire to be doing all that stuff. So I'm just gonna run it around along this natural curve right here. And so it's gonna, remember, you're gonna have a shock right here. So I actually may just, since the other wire is long enough, I'm probably just gonna stop it right here. So both of my wires will be right next to each other, and that'll be easier to remember. So I'm gonna run it down like this and then come up, and I'll have it to where it'll be right next to the other one. So that'll be easier to remember. Plus this already has like an area where it's gonna stick out from. We'll see. All right, here's another close-up view. As you can see, it does stick out towards the side right there. But when it's on your bike, you will not be able to see that. So it does go all the way over to the edge right here. And for me, that's good enough. And I like that look. It matches the bike pretty good. It's smoke, but you also have a lot of that platinum, is whatever they call it, like the titanium color light that's on the inside, or trimming. I like that. And that's what I did to the rear as well, is I went on and put this on. It looks more modern than just the regular red bar that I had before. So this has that same badging with like the titanium looking stuff. And then this has like the modern LED. So again, chopped tour packs normally don't have the big light bar on the back. With the red light bar, it stopped right here. But with this one, it hangs off a little bit. So you can just see it right over the edge right there hanging off. That's good enough for me. I just washed the bike. It didn't get caught on any towels or anything like that. So it's fine. All right, on to the next part. All right, so for now, I put the clip, one clip here, and I put one clip here. There's no directions on this bike because these lights aren't even for this, but that's where I put it for now. I'm gonna see how it works. And if it works, I am gonna use my Gorilla Glue tape and put it on here tighter and all the way around so that nothing gets hooked onto anything. But I wanna make sure that when I dock these onto the bike, that wherever I plug this in at, there's enough room for this to like actually screw in. But I could twist it this way. I could do whatever, but I'm just gonna go with this for now. So keep in mind that this light, although it fits on there lengthwise and it looks like it lines up perfect like I was showing you on the earlier part, it is curved and the back of this saddlebag is flat. So once you put it on, like if I open the top of the saddlebag, you'll see that there's gonna be some space, not a lot of space, but there'll be space in there that you'll need to fill. And so I'm gonna fill that up with flex tape, because what ends up happening is it only makes a connection right there and right there on this side and that side of the saddlebag. So initially I had some Gorilla tape. I mean, it was on there really, really, really good, but I just wanted something that was way tougher, and this flex tape is like weather, wind, all kind of types of different resistance. So I'm gonna be using that instead, and then that way I won't have to use Gorilla tape on the top. So I'm trying to open this tour pack. Open up this saddlebag so I can show you. Excuse the junk in there. So when it lines up, there's like a lot of space in between there. That's about the space amount. So I wanted to get some really sticky tape that is about that width to put in there. One of the things you want to keep in mind that even though this light is large enough for the saddlebag, as far as it reaches all the way on this end and goes all the way over on this end, the new saddlebag is flat, it's not curved. So you'll have a gap in between there where you don't have contact points on the tape except for like the left and the right side. So what I did was I purchased some flex tape. That roll right there is super, super sticky, and it will allow contact in the middle right there, and it'll be nice and neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on and show you. this tape is super sticky. I could barely get it off my fingers. So I'll roll it like this, and I'm gonna put it in the center of the light, and it's not gonna be, it's gonna cover like the area, like I said, that doesn't have the sticking points, and it's gonna be thick enough when you roll it to where it gets center contact. Man, this stuff is sticky. So once it's on there, it's on. It's way stickier than the M3, the 3M tape. So I'm probably gonna put a little right here and a little on there, and then after that, it's on there. It ain't coming off. The tape is on, and now all I gotta do is just stick it to the bag, and I gotta position it correct because this stuff, I can't even get it off my fingers. The light is on there. It is not coming off. I don't know if y'all seen the commercial for this flex tape, but this stuff is the real deal truth. It stops leaks. I mean, it bonds and molds and everything else. So you can see right there, it talks about patch, bond, seal, repair. I mean, it felt like I was pulling my fingerprints off when I had it stuck to my finger sometime. But I just used the regular Gorilla tape just to keep these wires down. I didn't have to. It looks a mess, but at the same time, when I pull my bag on and off, I don't want the cables to get connected or stuck on anything. So that's your choice. So, but again, this part is not made for this year bike, and that is a 6-pin, and this bike is only connected with 12-pin stuff. But I was able to make a 12-pin T into 6-pin connector for the rear tour pack. And so where that 6-pin connects the rear tour pack, I'm able to split into there with the harness that comes with this light. So this is the same natural top view. And at this point, I don't have like any tape or anything showing. You can't see like the hollow bowed area. And so it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna just put this back on the bike and do the same thing to the other side. All right, so what I did, I went on and mounted, well, not mounted, but I went on and I used the clips that they did, but I like using Gorilla tape because it's really strong. And I went on and I have the plug actually right here so that whenever a technician goes to unplug this, they'll see this. And so what I did was, to make sure that this doesn't come off and that you don't see the tape that much, I'll open up this and show you. I put a strip of tape like right there. It's ugly, but you can't see it when it's closed. So it's fine once it's closed, you can't tell. But anyway, that's how I have it rigged for now. You guys will probably come up with some creative ideas and find a way to do it, the way that you like to do it. So I went on and put the seat and everything back on. And what I did was I used the body of the bike, skeleton of the bike, like I was showing you when I was outside. I put a zip tie here and a zip tie here. I have the cord hanging down right here because the technician, when they take your bags off, or when you take it off, to remember that there's two, they're gonna unplug this one because that's what they're trained to do, and then I'll also see this one. So I'm gonna put this back in place. What you do is you just sit it down on the bar, and then you reach in. You can go ahead, reach in, plug the first one in like that. You hear it clip, and then you can then plug in your next one. So you're gonna line up the top edge, the top wings there, line it up, plug it in. You'll hear it click, and then you'll go ahead and do your procedures for putting your tour pack back on. You'll do that for both sides. So I'll go ahead and put this back on, and then I'll show you what it looks like from the rear. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like on. Can barely see any wires, if you see any at all, right? So it's on there pretty neat. It will not come off. The tape is stronger than the tape that it comes with by like 20. So that's how you get it to fit. I'll open it up so you can see what it looks like. There you go. That's how it looks. With the 4-inch wide thick strip of that Flex Seal is just enough. And then you can add a little bit more in the corners. And got something good going on. It's on there. Nobody's gonna be able to like look down. This is the view they're gonna get. And then with the top closed, you won't see anything. So, good job. I just need the smoked middle section pieces. But actually, this right here actually looks already smoked. But these actually bolt on to the side and they come all the way off. And then behind there is the same like empty space that you see on some of the bikes that don't have the filler light piece. That's extra. I don't know why they sell that extra now. I mean, I know why they do it, to make more money, but it's called the filler lights. This is this is a whole new fender. So this is I think it's called the Dominator fender. So this already has the lights on there and the bracket, everything. But for the short bag bike, the Dominator fender, of course, won't look right. But I do want to get a different license plate bracket. All right, let's turn this thing on. All right, so now I have enough light. And we already tested it, but let's just test it again. Let's turn on the right side and you'll see the sequential lights going. I like that, that's pretty cool. And now for the left. All right, so the left side works. Now we'll do hazard. Hazard works really nice. That's nice and bright, look at that. Wow. Oh yeah, definitely visible now. So I can't wait for them to come out with the smoked lights to go down on the bottom. That's gonna be good. Brake. Let's see. Brake is really bright. So I would like to install one of those, I forgot what it's called. It's by Custom Dynamics, but it makes it so like you can flash, or when you hit the brakes, it flashes real fast, or whatever you set it onto. I forgot what those are called. I installed some on my Road Glide 3, but yeah, it's real nice. So I got everything on. Doesn't look too bad. Got the bike cleaned up. And I'll have another video of the trip that I took to Ohio on this bike. It's clean again. All I need to do is put on a coat of spray wax. If you guys are interested in a harness and you don't want to wait, I made one for one other person. I used the Harley harness 12 pin, and yeah, it's just they're gonna need to come out with a harness. So, but I just couldn't wait. I needed some light. I almost got hit a few times and I just couldn't wait. So now I have equal light on the rear of both bikes. And so, yeah. Thanks for watching my video and hope to see you guys again soon. And don't forget to check out some of the other videos, and they should be popping up on the screen like right about now. So thanks for watching Chris Glides. See you guys soon.